for example, here on YouTube, I no longer worry about what kids that I went to high school think about me. What are you guys up to, right? It's kind of that helpful mindset of, knowing what feedback is worthwhile and constructive. Hearing negative opinions from those people that aren't, on a similar path of growth to me is not constructive. And so I learned to block that out. All right, fellas. I find that our ability to be confident is strongly influenced by how we're able to handle what other people think about us. I think a lot of what we're able to do and what we're able to get ourselves to do is limited by the fear of other people's thoughts about us. And so to be able to unlock that confidence, you need to be able to unblock the mental hurdles and obstacles of other people's negative opinions. I grew up a very shy person, and so exhibiting outward confidence is not something that came natural to me, but I believe there are frameworks and mindsets to help someone get to that state. And so that's what I want to share with you today. The number one most helpful framework and mindset that I took on was realizing that criticism is never going to come from someone doing more than you. Think about that. Someone that is doing more than you is also on the process of trying to get better, trying to grow. And a lot of times they will have been in your shoes in the sense that they have gone through the failures and mistakes that you have. So when you're going through those failures and mistakes, they recognize that as just part of the journey. They won't see those failures and mistakes and ridicule you for looking silly or not having accomplished your goals. On the flip side, rather, it's the people who are looking from afar that don't share those experiences that will see you making failures and mistakes and laugh at you for not making your goals. Last week, in my last video, I had a few people that I knew in the YouTube space comment and just give me support. And it was a really powerful moment for me because it exhibits this idea. People that are, they're all very unique people and going through, endeavors of their own, whether that's business, YouTube, careers. And so they're in the grind just like me. And to get their support was very, one, it's grateful, but a very powerful exhibition of this idea, because I recognize the same people that are on a journey to growing in the process, in the grind, will recognize what other people are going through and support them for that. Those people will never criticize someone else for trying because they are too themselves, or they have before and recognize how difficult it is. So that understanding has unlocked so much for me because, for example, here on YouTube, I no longer worry about what kids that I went to high school think about me. What are you guys up to, right? It's kind of that helpful mindset of, knowing what feedback is worthwhile and constructive. Hearing negative opinions from those people that aren't, on a similar path of growth to me is not constructive. And so I learned to block that out. But if I get feedback from other people who are in this process, who want to get better, and share tips or comments about how to be better, then that's something that I'll pay attention to. Being able to block out that noise has brought many fruits to my life, but most importantly, as it relates here, develop the confidence, because I go out now and I'm not afraid to look silly, because I recognize looking silly is just part of the process, and the people that understand it will never be making fun of you for it. So that's where I want to wrap things up, guys. We're back at the Google campus because last week's video, I found the lighting to be great, and you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I've been at this, I was just looking at my dashboard today for 3 full months now. I started in March, and it's crazy to see what happens when you really put your mind to it. In the past, I thought I really didn't have time for YouTube, but it's truly the case that you make time for what matters to you. In this stage of my life, I really feel like this matters. Every week for the last 3 months, I've been posting a video, and it really shows you guys that time will be made for the things that matter.